Hi there, folks. Thanks for joining us for this month's Antonelli's Cheese Club. We have some spectacular products for you this month. My name is Matt, and I'll be guiding you through a little tasting together of all of these wonderful goodies. It's been the most lovely spring here in Austin. The grass has been so green, the sun has been shining, everybody's been outside, and so we use that as an excuse to bring together some of our favorite American-made cheeses that we love to enjoy at a nice little picnic. So come on, let's dive in together, let's taste some products, because these are really, really outstanding. The first goodie that we have for you this month, we're gonna start with something soft and creamy and delicious. This is called Bloomy Breeze. It's from Firefly Farms. They're based out in Accident, Maryland. Adorable name, especially because so much of cheese making was by accident. But these folks are really intentional with how they make their cheese. It's run by a gentleman named Mike Koch, who I got an opportunity to meet when he was serving as the president of the American Cheese Society. Really friendly guy, really thoughtful and intentional about how he makes cheese, and they're really able to use their cheese making as a way to support their community, which I think is so cool. This Bloomy Breeze is gonna be an example of a soft ripened cheese, so things like brie and camembert, for instance, are gonna be what inspires this sort of product. Here we have lovely Maryland cow's milk. It's gonna have a really nice fluffy white rind on the outside. That is an edible rind, and I would encourage you try that, along with some of the really gorgeous yellow paste that you'll see inside of that cheese. Really soft and creamy and luscious. This actually is a fantastic cheese to enjoy at a picnic, because as you let it warm up, get to room temp, get some of the chill of the fridge off of that goodie, you're gonna find it gets even more soft and decadent, and those flavors will get even more bold and beautiful. This is something that I love to enjoy with some fresh fruit, some bubbly beverages. A nice glass of cava with this goodie is spectacular. Just a little bit of acidity is really what I'm looking for to balance out all that wonderful butter fat and richness. So fantastic bite to start with, one of my favorites that we have on the plate today. Our second cheese that we have for you, we're moving into a super snackable cheddar. This is gonna be the rosemary and maple cheddar that we get from Beehive Cheese, based out in Utah. Really cool producer, run by a gentleman named Pat Ford. They really just make this one style of cheese, which is a really delicious cheddar, and then they rub and wash that cheddar with all sorts of different herbs and spices and flavors to create unique flavor profiles and unique products. We have a wonderful rotation of their cheeses in our shop. I especially love their Barely Buzzed, rubbed with espresso and lavender, and their Big John's Cajun, nice little Cajun seasoning, great for a mac and cheese. But this is the first time that I've gotten to taste this rosemary maple, and it is so delicious. Really nice woodiness from the rosemary that complements that sweetness of the maple. As soon as I tasted this guy, my mind went to a nice potato pancake and grate a little of this on top, and I think it would be such a wonderful brunch snack. I think it's really yummy, and what I love about Beehive Cheeses is, even though they're working with really unique flavors, creating really novel products, they're all really friendly and approachable and easy to enjoy. So this is something you could put out on your cheese board at the party, and everybody is gonna have a good time. Fun little fact for you, cheddars like this one all go through the cheddaring process and become fully lactose free within just about 24 hours. So those really are the party cheeses when you want everybody to be able to enjoy a nice bite. Our third cheese that we have on the plate today is gonna be a really delicious goat Gouda that we get from Central Coast Creamery. Really lovely cheese. You can see this really bright white ivory paste there, which stands out nicely versus that little more yellow color that we get from the cheddar. That's actually something that you'll see in all goat cheeses. They'll retain that really nice white color because of the way that they digest the grass that they eat. Cows are gonna get something from grass called beta carotene, which will concentrate in the milk, give it that beautiful yellow color, whereas goats will take that beta carotene, turn it into a nice vitamin, and so their cheese will always be really white and beautiful. So you can tell a lot about a cheese just from a glance. Goat Gouda's one of my favorite styles of cheese. I love goat cheese in general, but something that I find many folks don't love about goat cheese is that tangy acidity, that goatiness that you sometimes find. And Goudas are beautiful because they are made in a way that reduces that acidity and accentuates the sweetness and the creaminess of that goat milk. And so you get this really lovely caramel, butterscotch sort of flavor profile out of this cheese that feels desserty and delicious. You might even get a little bit of a crystally crunchy texture that just makes it really dynamic and beautiful, what's called a tyrosine crystal. My favorite little cheese fact, your brain takes tyrosine and turns it into dopamine. So if you want to be happier, you just got to eat more of this tasty goat Gouda. Works pretty well for me. And we're gonna finish off our tasting with a really delicious blue cheese out of Wisconsin. This is called Bohemian Blue. It is a collaboration between Hook's Cheese Co., really known for their cheddars and blue cheeses, and Hidden Valley, which is a producer I haven't had the opportunity to work with before, so I was so excited to taste this cheese. It's based off of blues like Roquefort, which is that classic French blue, really rich sheep's milk, very bright and salty. But this one, they've mixed that sheep's milk with cow's milk to bring forward a little bit more of those buttery flavors, give it a little bit more of a firm and crumbly texture compared to Roquefort, which can be oh so soft and decadent. So I think a really fun, really delicious blue cheese. For me, whenever I'm enjoying blue, I'm looking for something a little sweet to balance out all of that nice, spicy, peppery, piquant flavor. So add a little jelly, some honey, even a nice chocolate bar with some blue cheese is an outstanding pairing. I hope that everybody enjoys our package for May. I think we have some really delicious goodies that should make your picnic even more beautiful. And I invite you to come join us for next month's Cheese Club. We're gonna be starting a nice tour of Europe, starting with Italy next month, and we'll follow that up with French and Spanish cheeses over the course of the summer. So we have a wonderful selection of products coming up, and I hope to see you then. Everybody have a wonderful rest of your May. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.